Brand new trend. Brand new trend. 5.0 is men elevating men. 5.0 is setting a new trend. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. 5.0, 5.0, let's go. 4.0, let them hoes in the job.
What's up, everybody? Perfect Timing Podcast with the blast back on your ass. Very somber today. Good afternoon. No musical intro today. No musical intro today. Nah. No musical intro today. I couldn't. There's no song fitting today. 32 years old. This boy could be my son. I just had a birthday. His birthday was a couple weeks ago. Shout out. My name is Perfect. I need my representatives in the chat. Let me know how my audio is. Yeah, that audio sounding crisp. So there's no musical intro today, but I'm gonna be sharing the show when I play this skit. We're gonna be playing some skits and shit. Y'all let me know what your favorite Doughboy is, your favorite Doughboy comedy. Doughboy got a lot of fly, funny shit. Y'all let me know what your favorite Doughboy is. Not Doughboy, my bad, Teddy Ray. Look, I'm getting messing it up already. So today's show, very somber. Teddy Ray passes away at 32 years old. My name is Perfect. This is the Perfect Timing Podcast. I'm casting live with the blast on 3 channels right now. We live on Perfect Timing Podcast. That's my main YouTube channel. I'm also live on Perfect Timing Podcast Live. That's my backup channel. But you want to subscribe to that Facebook channel too. Facebook Live is cracking and popping. My name is Patrick Potter on Facebook. Don't ask me why, because I do stupid don't moves and fly shit only. Make sure you subscribe to my Facebook. Instagram, perfect_timing_podcast. Stupid, dumb, fly shit over there. TikTok, Perfect Timing Podcast. We across multifaceted, multi-platforms. We getting this shit done. Shout out to all the big guys out there. Y'all might not know, but I was over 425 pounds at my divorce, and when I fell and I broke my shoulder, I was depressed. I didn't see a way out. I thank God. Y'all know I pray all the time, right? Because I know God saved me for this moment. I didn't know then, but I know now. Nah, I didn't know then, but I know now, because why am I here? Why did you keep me? Man, my good brother, man. 32 years old, man. 32 years old, man. I'm not going to keep y'all. I thank y'all for my support, birthday wishes. Let me tell everybody thank you for telling me happy birthday. With this brother not being here, the Leo in me, I'm looking at my views. My views is down, and I'm of the ilk where I'll talk shit for my views being down, and that it's a YouTuber thing. You got to keep your audience in check. You got to trouble the water, because your audience will only love you. And it's sad that it's like that on social media. If you don't check your audience, then they won't do appropriately. But my last 2 videos is low. So I really wasn't inspired to create the video today until I seen what I seen. And I checked a lot of different outlets, because I'm like, this can't be true. You don't want to present something like this and it not be true. 32 years old. 32 years old. We're going to read the article or the report of what they say happened. 32 years old. Perfect Timing Podcast with the blast. Teddy Ray of All Deaf, Digital, Wildin' Out, all around popular comedian, one of the most popular comedians. You know, when you talk about black comedy in 2022, you're going to hear 85 South Show. Off the bat, 85 South Show. Well, Teddy Ray was one of the people who helped launch the 85 South Show, helped launch Wildin' Out. I kept calling him Doughboy because him and Doughboy would really popularize the All Deaf digital platform. These guys really launched these platforms. So Teddy Ray has been in our hemisphere for about 10 years, and he's been climbing the charts and putting in a lot of work. Right? And I wake up this morning, and shout out to Roger and the Roger Report. We did the Breonna Taylor story today, and I was excited to present the information that she shared with me about Breonna Taylor. And I said to myself, I gave out the playlist, so let me give the brothers a day to go ahead and do their own research. And if it comes up tomorrow, we'll talk about it then. Tomorrow, I will present to you my information on Breonna Taylor. But today, I saw the information on Teddy Ray. And that Teddy Ray and the people the people around me will understand, like, with me being a big guy, I've been ridiculed on YouTube. You know, YouTube is a tough place. And every time I've got into a back and forth with another YouTuber, you fat, you got titties, you fat. Every time, but it's been like this. I've been a big guy ever since I've been in school, since 5 years old. I've always been big, just like Teddy Ray. So I always got the fat Joe. I always was the fat guy, right? I always got that. You fat. You fat. I always got that. So I know how to deal with that. I know how to deal with the bullies because I had them my whole life. People calling me fat, overweight, picking on me for my weight. So I was prepared on YouTube. When I came on the YouTube, was a couple things I was prepared for. My wife is not black. And I remember how the Black Manosphere treated Phil, the Phil Advice Show. He changed his name of his channel. He has a Phil channel, but his main channel that Charlamagne helped him go 1 million subscribers on, he changed it because the Black Manosphere called themselves exposing Phil and his Latino wife. So when I came out, I was very proud of my mixed kids, my multicultural family. My wife is not really white, but it's nobody's fucking business, right? But I was very open about the fact my wife was not black, and about my divorce, about my being homeless, about my hardships. I even went with people to the dentist. When people see me with no teeth in the front, a lot of people might be like, oh, he ain't got no teeth. But if you watch my podcast, you saw me go to the dentist. You saw me deal with my gum disease and my 20 appointments and getting all of my teeth fixed. And I share all this shit because YouTube ain't shit. Internet ain't shit. So a lot more gonna come out about Teddy Ray. Teddy Ray passed away over the weekend, so a lot more gonna come out about Teddy Ray. So we don't have a lot of information. So all I could do is give you my testimony as being an overweight child from 5 years old. When I got arrested for attempted murder at 12 years old, they couldn't even book me in the juvenile hall. They had to book me where they booked the adults because I was 6 feet tall. And I remember they put me on the scale because they was teasing me. These white boys was mean. These police officers wasn't shit. And I was 12 years old and I was 6 foot tall and they put me on the scale and I was 276 pounds. And I remember I was naked and they was teasing me. I mean, the way Dark Green was talking about our relationship with the police and why black boys may not want to join the Oakland Police Department and get that 250,000 is because at a very young age, the way we're treated by police. So I was treated very poorly by police at a very young age. And I remember standing on that scale and I remember being teased for my weight. Like a lot of trauma in Black manosphere, men come to the Black manosphere like they're not 6 feet tall, they don't make 100,000. There's a lot of reasons why, because Black women are extremely cruel. Black women can be extremely cruel. So a lot of Black men come to the Black manosphere because they don't fit in that high value man, right? They're not 6 feet tall. Their whole life, they didn't got teased by Black women for being short. It don't matter if you got a big dick or not, because they may not never give you a chance. What you gonna do? Pull your dick out every time you meet someone you like? Nah, because then that diminishes who you are, right? That reduces your value. You're reducing your own value. So I know a lot of brothers come to the Black manosphere, and simply because they're not 6 feet tall, they've been picked on by Black women their whole life, told that they're not enough. I don't date short niggas. You know how many times I've been out with my partners and I've heard that, and it's been hurtful. Like they got over it, like I got over being big. But how many times have I, like, a lot of women eliminate me when I was coming up? A lot of women would eliminate me simply because I'm fat. They don't want the fat nigga. They don't want the fat nigga in the group. They don't want the short nigga in the group. It's like that analogy I was talking to my wife about the other day about the 4 floors where women go to the first floor. Oh, it's a better nigga. It's a second floor, third floor, and then the 5th floor, there's nobody left. When you come and approach them, they already got this shit in their head. And these women, this is what Kevin Hart, this is what Kevin Samuels helped us so much with. Because the woman who's saying, I don't want the fat nigga, I don't want the short nigga, is an overweight, homeless BDB. And you calling in the Kevin Samuels show, and you saying, I want somebody that's 400, that makes $300,000, 6 foot tall with no kids. And Kevin Samuels is looking at you like, have you looked in the mirror? How much do you weigh? You weigh more than the man that you want. So this is what we dealt with our whole life. That's why we come here. But, you know, Teddy Ray, 32 years old, you know how young that is. I started off by saying he could be my son. That's young, man. 32 is young, man. When I met the pandemic, we was quarantined. They say they don't know the cause of death yet. We're gonna go over the article. They're saying that Teddy Ray was found face down in a pool of water 2.5 hours from his home. I don't talk about it much. I talked about it on Mental Health Monday last week. Today is Watch Your Taco Tuesday. So both of these stories is relevant to Watch Your Taco Tuesday. I've talked about the mental health aspect of Black men that's not being recognized. Teddy Ray, because I follow him, I noticed that he had recently gained a lot of weight. And I know how it is to be an overweight Black man, heterosexual Black male, and he loved Black women. So I know the demons he was dealing with in that addiction to food, but I don't know why he had that addiction to food. They said he was found face down in a pool of water. In my life, I talked last week about my brother I met from Richmond, Dark Green from North Richmond. Shout out to Dark Green, who committed suicide. I've had several friends, intimate people in my life, men who committed suicide behind these type of issues. You know, one of them is kind of hard to talk about, but because Teddy Ray, I love Teddy Ray, and it's so much, like, I look at Teddy Ray as a brother, right? So I'm gonna talk about this. My cousin, my older cousin, who I looked up to as a big brother, he not here no more. He passed away in a hot tub about a couple years ago. I need him right now. I still have him. I pray. You know how we believe in spirits and so I know he here. I know he love me, but this is hard, you guys. I miss him. It's hard, And he was dealing with child support, custody issues. His son had got arrested for murder. He was going to be in jail for 10 years. He, at a young age, got arrested for murder. My big cousin taught me how to survive the streets over the phone while he was incarcerated in San Quentin. And we found him in the hot tub. I don't know what happened, but I know he was tired. He was the strongest man I knew. Like if I had a problem, I would go get him. To get that news, like to this day is just the strongest man I knew. No, in San Francisco inner city, in prison. This was a Debo. He wasn't scared of nobody. Nobody could fuck with him on any street. The San Francisco Bay Area ain't no joke. In prison, out of prison. And they found him floating in the body of water. And I know my cousin didn't just fall asleep. They said my cousin fell asleep. I know my cousin didn't just fall asleep. I don't know what we're going to learn about Teddy. I don't know what we're going to learn about Teddy. I don't know what we're going to learn about Teddy Ray, of how he ended up in that body of water. They said they searched his house, and I don't know what they're going to find. And what we know right now is that a 32-year-old brother is gone. And what we know right now is that we have a mental health crisis amongst young black men, heterosexual black men. And it's been exacerbated by the pandemic. The quarantine and the requirements of the pandemic. Hey, Dark Green and KP in the building. Salute to my family. It's been exacerbated by the pandemic. My son didn't do good. My 20-year-old didn't do good with quarantine. I made money during quarantine. I benefited from quarantine. Anybody I know over 40 years old, I created a business. I got a PPP loan. I made money during quarantine. I did great during quarantine. Most people, like elders and stuff, they enjoy quarantine. My 20-year-old son was devastated by it. My 20-year-old son did not do good. And it hurt me. And I didn't understand it. He was like, him and his sister was like, she's a beautiful girl. She didn't have a boyfriend for a long time in the early ages of formidable years. You 25, you stop growing. So they missed their first kiss. They missed their first date, going in the car, doing all this stuff they couldn't do for 2 years. Then you come out and it's like the world is different. You got to go online. You can't meet people the same way. They don't know how to survive in this new shit. I was watching Teddy Ray. It was obvious Teddy Ray was going through something. Even in this picture right here, if you look at this and you look at his most recent picture, he's twice this size. He's twice this size. So something was going on. Something was going on. I'm going to play some comedy. I'm going to play this skit while I share the show. So today we talking about, I'm listening, salute. Today we talking about Teddy Ray passing away at 32. Let's say a prayer, man. Let's say a prayer. You guys, sometimes I get down about my views and how many people watch. Right? I want to be popular. But when I just said, let's say a prayer, I got a warm feeling in my heart. You know why I got a warm feeling? Because even though I don't have a lot of people watching me like I desire, the people who watching me right now are waiting for me to pray. That feels good. Because I do trouble the water, it may not be a lot, but the Bible said only need 3. We need a few. And he will be there. And magic and power can happen. And when I said let's pray, I got a warm thing in my heart because I know it's only 5.0 in the building. And 5.0 know what that means. People come through who not 5.0, but the 5.0 know, like, the perfect prayer yet? Oh, he about to pray now. Okay, good. I need that. So, yeah, I get down about the views and the people watching, but I tell you, when I just said let's pray and I seen who was in the building, I felt good because I know I got my brothers in the building and this prayer is going to be influential. It's not easy. I'm listening, saying I'm with you. See, that feel good, man. That warms my heart. That gives me the fuel I need. GOD, thank you so much again for giving us this opportunity, this platform, this microphone, this vehicle to spread that word, that message that you put on my soul. At this time, Father, we like to come to you and give thanks. We got our heads bowed, eyes closed, and very humbly, we want to say thank you for another day and opportunity at life to run this race. We know it's a marathon. We know prizes will be distributed. We thank you for the intelligence and the knowledge. We come to you today, Father, to humbly ask, even though you've blessed us in so many ways. We come to you today to humbly ask that you divinely inspire the message, bless those who listen, anyone listening while working. We pray that they have safe passage and success for all their endeavors, and may everyone be blessed. And today, Father God, we like to, we want to say thank you for us being able to spend time with your precious creation, Teddy Ray. We know you called him back home and he is at your bosom, feeling no more pain, solace. We want to say thank you, Father, for the opportunity to benefit from the comedy and the joy that he presented to the world. We pray a covering over his family. And we want to say thank you for all your blessings and love. Amen. So, yeah, man. Salute to my brother Alonzo Hall in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Alonzo Hall, man, financial all-star, man. Alonzo, yesterday we had a powerful Three Kings podcast. Three Kings is back, y'all. Three Kings is back, y'all. Happy birthday to my brother Too Raw Uncut. Shout out to my little brother Street Doctor. So we had inaugural Three Kings yesterday. Alonzo was there, and we start talking about financial intelligence. To me, when I first met Alonzo, I said one of the hurdles to you teaching black men financial intelligence was emotional intelligence. And then me and Alonzo became brothers ever since then, because I helped Alonzo educate men on their emotional intelligence so that he can provide them with financial intelligence and empower black men to be true kings. And Alonzo said, don't say sorry to me, say sorry to your son. That's psychological. Don't say sorry to me, say sorry to your son. That's psychological. That's dealing with black man's emotional intelligence. It's triggering. This is mental health. A lot of our hurdles have to do with our emotional intelligence. What Roger be talking about a lot, what black men don't know how to break up. Men, period, in Western society don't know how to why aren't men divorcing in bad marriages? White, black, brown, or purple? Why aren't men divorcing? Why didn't Teddy go lose weight, bro? What's wrong with the men in Western society? Why are the women in 75 divorce? Do you know why? Because men have an issue with emotional intelligence. And that leads to our financial demise. Because if you were emotionally intelligent and proactive, then you would have did something about your finances, young man, husband, wife, whoever. And you would have protected your finances. But because you were emotionally ignorant, this is what the black manosphere is providing to black men and boys. Emotional intelligence. Because you were emotionally ignorant, oh, she loved me. You didn't get a prenup. You didn't do anything to protect you financially. You were not financially intelligent. You sacrificed financial intelligence for emotional. Because you grew up with a single parent home and your mom wouldn't let you see your father and she never gave a fuck about you. So what's paramount to you is if this person fulfills your emotional needs, like you're a fucking woman. Shout out to Hot Sauce. Y'all quasi-homosexuals. You think Teddy Ray could have benefited from emotional intelligence? You think Teddy Ray could have benefited from the Roger rules, the cool table politics, the black manosphere? See, individuals outside of the black manosphere in these younger generations, 32 years old, they shit on the black manosphere. They think the black manosphere is all about hating black women. They have no idea of these talking points. When they come to the panel, when I'm on panel, they're so surprised at how articulate we are, our vocabulary, our depth on all of these different issues. Do you think Teddy Ray would have benefited from some emotional intelligence, how to manage his emotions, from other men, older, wiser men who could have guided him? This is the in-group, out-group. This is the cool table politics. This is what the black manosphere is. It's not what you think the black manosphere is. It's not about hating women simply because black women ain't shit. See, black women not being shit, it's the same thing when you have a friend who ain't shit. Right? Black women are supposed to be our partners, sisters, and mothers, but they ain't shit. It's just like having a best friend who ain't shit. And instead of them dealing with the fact that they ain't shit, they call you out. That's what's going on with black men and black women. Black women ain't shit. Instead of dealing with their shit, they want to point the finger back at black men. Oh, your mama black. Oh, your mama hurt you. Just deal with your shit. Because we still love you. Just deal with your shit. Stop saying, we black men, we need you. We don't give a fuck. Just deal with your shit. Just deal with your shit. Get out of the way. Let me see my son and deal with your shit. Deal with your weight. Deal with your body image. I did a show on BBL. BBL is the most dangerous surgery. Overall, not the most dangerous cosmetic surgery. BBL is the most dangerous surgery. And black women are getting it. Black women with big asses is getting BBLs. Just deal with your shit, bro. The black manosphere is about, shout out to the Black Brain Trust. Are y'all subscribed to the Black Brain Trust? Did you know a channel exists called the Black Brain Trust? That's what the black manosphere is. For anybody talking that cash shit, oh, them niggas over there, they just hate black women. Them niggas over there, that blah, 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 blah. You know why they say that, brothers? Because they can't do what we do. There's nobody outside of the black manosphere that's measuring up to the Black Brain Trust, that's measuring up to Alonzo Hall, Real Deal, and providing what they're providing inside the black manosphere. This is not. None of you bloggers talking about gang violence and this and that on this particular day. And on certain days, you guys get provocative and you want to talk about the black manosphere. And you think you know what the black manosphere is about. But you, just like Teddy Ray, suffer from a lack of emotional intelligence. And that what prohibits you from benefiting from my content. Because you still think that it's about black women. We don't talk about black women over here. It's a journey to a pathos. I'm talking to my 20-year-old son. I was talking to Teddy Ray before he passed away. I wanted Teddy Ray to understand how to apply selfishness. Gold Professor is vegan. Y'all think that's a joke or that's a drop? It's a drop, but it's also true. Gold Professor is vegan. It's a drop, but it's also true. Get over there, subscribe to Gold Professor. Learn them 9 principles. Learn how to apply selfishness. You think of if Teddy Ray had emotional intelligence and he understood the shit we teach in the Black Manosphere, if he got past his blue pill nature and he heard Gold Professor and he heard the Roger Report and he found perfect timing and he learned about the days that God helped me create. Thanos Monday, where we do a complacency check. The life wheel, where you look at all the aspects of your life. Watch a Taco Tuesday today, where you learn about self-care and self-love. All we do is win. Wednesday is when you focus on winning the race. Selfish Thursdays is when we learn about how to properly perform self-care and self-love. See, at first, I educate you on what self-care and self-love is, because I know young Black boys don't get educated on loving themselves, because that's why we hurt each other and hurt ourselves. That's why Teddy Ray couldn't stop eating, because even though it was hurting himself. So young Black boys don't get educated on self-care and self-love. So Tuesday, Watch Your Taco Tuesday is about self-care and self-love. Thursday is how to apply selfishness. Shout out to Gold Professor. My interpretation of selfishness is you being able to perform adequate self-care and self-love, assessing yourself, seeing where you're wrong, seeing where you're losing, seeing where you're hurting yourself, and properly assessing that. This is mental health, bro. Properly assessing it and being able to implement a solution. I'm obese. I have an anger issue. I'm addicted to drugs. I'm addicted to sex. Perform a self-assessment. You know how magical we are as humans? I said that you can assess yourself, come up with a solution, and then apply it. You actually could lose weight. You could look at yourself and say, I'm obese, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna come up with a plan. That's how magical humans are. And then you could transform yourself into a new person. You could quit doing drugs. You can come up with a plan. You could apply it and then change yourself into a new person. It takes intelligence, though. It takes the knowledge of how to do so. That's why people go to a 12-step program. And then when they get out of the 12-step program, they have all this new information. And people without the information don't like people from 12-step programs, because they're always spouting the information they learn. Even Russell Brand, after being clean for 15 years, he still goes back to those teachings and those intelligent things that he understood, because he didn't know it. When he was addicted to heroin, he didn't have the knowledge from the 12-step program. Once he got the knowledge, he understood why he was addicted to heroin, why I was addicted to food. And then going forward in everything he does, he brings back up that knowledge from the 12 steps. And he applies it every day, just like being dyslexic. Hey, y'all, as y'all come in and hit the like, share, and subscribe, make sure y'all subscribe to Alonzo Hall, the all-star advisor. Hey, you new, the beautiful you new. How you doing, you new? Y'all go subscribe to the beautiful you news channel. Beautiful, intelligent mom, woman. Great content over there. Hey, shout out to Team Viral. Shout out to the Three Kings podcast. We gotta get another one in. Shout out to Two Raw TV Uncut. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Two Raw TV Uncut. Shout out to the Street Doctor. He got a bunch of new content, and he cut his hair over there looking all suave and debonair. He must be getting ready for the wedding. With that haircut Street Doctor got, you're gonna look good in a tuxedo or a suit. Yeah, man. And I think I seen you in the button up the other day, because Street Doctor Instagram, Street Doctor on YouTube and Street Doctor on Instagram. Subscribe to my brother, man. Man, Alonzo Hall, man, with that bespoke, with them bespoke. Hey, I was looking at Burberry today, man. You see, I got mine on today. These motherfuckers, yeah, man. Well, I like them Burberry shades My boy Lonzo Hall ain't playing, man. When I said to him the other day, I said thank you. Because a lot of the things he's taught us in the Black manosphere, people charge a lot of money for. A lot of the things that we share and Roger share, these things are intimate things he got from his father and his uncles. You would have to pay to learn these things. Roger shares them for free. So thank you to Roger, the Roger Report, Habitual Line Steppers, the Cool Table, Alonzo Hall, the Black Brain Trust, the Financial Trust, all of y'all. And if y'all didn't know, there's a channel called the Black Brain Trust. If you didn't know about it, y'all sleep on the Black Manosphere. You do not have the right to comment on the Black Manosphere. If you're not aware of Alonzo Hall, Real Deal Financial, who's the other brother, Alonzo, with the WIP and his icon, the other business dudes y'all fuck with. If y'all not aware of the Black Brain Trust, then you cannot comment on us. Don't comment on us if all you know is Kevin Hart. You don't know the Black Manosphere. And today I'm doing this story because I was overweight, obese, I was hurt, divorced, and I lacked emotional intelligence. And I took this segue because I don't think a lot of people understand what we do in the Black Manosphere. I don't got no audio. What happened to my audio? Hold on, let me check my phone. Toya, I see you speaking, but I don't hear nothing. Oh no, I got audio. I got audio. I got audio. Toya, you must be on the Obama phone. Wealth Talk Productions. That's him. Wealth Talk Productions. Thank you, brother. Wealth Talk Productions. Everybody in the chat, y'all tap in. Wealth Talk Productions, Real Deal Financial. Real Deal got a new business off the ground. Tap in. And Alonzo Hall, All-Star Advisor. Black Brain Trust. Tap in, bro. Black Brain Trust just uploaded 2 new videos. Tap in, bro. Before it's we way more than Kevin Samuels. And rest in peace to the late, great Kevin Samuels. And thank you for all the work you did. But we are multifaceted and we are at this shit, bro. Today, we talking about emotional intelligence. Alonzo Hall, financial advisor. Black Brain Trust. All type. Oh, my brother, Radiology XM. Super intelligent. Introspective on the relationships. Yeah, man. Don't sleep on us, man. Don't sleep on us. That's all good, sis. I love you. I mean, look at that icon. Who gonna get mad at that? This woman is gorgeous. Women is cold-blooded. Women is cold-blooded. This woman is gorgeous. You go, if you ever had a gorgeous woman apologize and say something, you apologize to me? It's the most flattering thing, man. When a gorgeous woman, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, or a gorgeous woman feels like she's in your debt because that's why my grandmother taught me to be a gentleman. I hate that they took away that to where women nowadays don't even like when you open the door and everything, man. Because I would do shit just by the way I was trained, and I'm not even always looking at the woman. And here it is. Now I got this gorgeous woman who wants to be my friend, or who wants to take me simply because I was just doing what my grandma Mary taught me to do. They took that shit away. Just being a gentleman. Yeah, man. But it's a blessing, man. It's all good. I'm glad you're here supporting. See my numbers keep going up and down. So let's take a look at some Teddy Ray. I want to share the show because I know I'll be depressed if I don't get no views, and if I don't share the show, my views be lacking. But I wonder if people actually watch my shit. But I'm gonna play this Teddy Ray. Everybody at home say a prayer for him and his family. Let's play this Teddy Ray. I'm gonna share the show. and we're going to talk about our second topic. I'm going to play a couple Teddy Ray comedy videos, and we're going to talk about our second topic. Our second topic today is a real manosphere topic, and I'm not trying to offend anybody with my second topic today, but I think my brother Roger gets a lot of pushback. My brother Roger gets a lot of pushback. I get a lot of pushback. This is why I got these two topics together on the mental health aspects and the emotional intelligence aspects. My brother Roger get a lot of pushback on some of the information we present. I get a lot of pushback on the information I present. So my second story, I'm doing it as a tribute to Roger and to the Black manosphere. So let's take a look at Teddy Ray and his talent, his God-given talent, and then we're gonna get into the second story.
Different types of comedy. Some niggas do act outs. I do chill out. I be hella chilling. I'm top heavy. I pick a spot. I stay there. If I'm in a party, I'm not the nigga that's always walking past people.
Hey, can y'all hear that?
Slide my body through other people's body. Ain't nobody trying to feel all that.
Let me check. Hey, I got my new, if y'all didn't notice, I got my new shit up. I got my microphone. It's my birthday, so I got my podcast mixer back up. This is my Rodecaster Pro mic, pod mic, but I haven't used it. And then another thing I got for birthday is I got this I really wanted this this motherfucker 50 pounds. I'm lifting it like it's light, but it's not. It's that frame works. You hold your microphone. So I'm happy to be in my studio. I'm excited to be in my studio. So, it sounded good. Okay, let me go back. Because I ain't played with it in a minute, so y'all let me know.
I do chill out. I be hella chilling. I'm top heavy. I pick a spot. I stay there. If I'm in a party, I'm not the nigga that's always walking past people. I gotta slide my body through other people's body. Ain't nobody trying to feel all that. I just post up. And I just sprained my knee, so it's really bad. I don't know if anybody in here ever sprained a ligament. I promise you it's worse if you top heavy. Your equilibrium be off. I've been walking like a city pigeon for 2 weeks. Like, what is that, a pretzel? This shit ain't sexy. The summer coming. I feel fucked up. But I'm still happy. I'm still here. I'm still standing. Still strong. Shout out to Antoine Fisher. You ever be stealing a quote and be like, nigga, that's Antoine Fisher. Be at a job interview flexing like, I'm still standing, I'm still strong, and nigga, you still not hired. Gotta be happy with your life. Be happy with yourself. However you are, that's how you supposed to be. You can change that shit, and I feel you. Everybody out there want to be somebody, you know? And I'm not dissing nobody's life, but be you. Love you. If you see the vision to be somebody else, do that. I see myself with abs every morning. I be picturing them shits, and it be a grip of them, like little riblets, side abs, but it just be rolls, but I see what I see, and I know who I am. I'm a sex symbol. With titties. Titties just kill the vibe on a nigga, don't it, ladies? I feel like I be this close to fucking some of my best work, and they be like, "Oh, but the titties." The girls be with it up until they look like, "Oh, you a 38 double C." I measured. You ever measured? You like a 52B. Wide back. Gotta love yourself still, though. We all get teased. Everybody, all of us have been teased. Now they call it bullying. I call it character carving. Just carving some character out your ass. I used to have bad eczema growing up. And people would talk about me all day. I thought they would show sympathy, but no, they just gave me more jokes. I'll never forget, I was about to leave one day, about to hop on the bus. I was scot clear. I was about to go home, enjoy my life, watch Maury, eat cereal, you know, shit kids do when they get home before their parents get there. Beat they meat, the Dragon Ball Z, just random shit. Before I can get to my sanctuary, my 45 minutes of house before my black mama show up and take over. These niggas assassinated my character, had me feeling fucked up. I remember I was about to hop on the bus. Before the doors could close, one of the homies yelled out. He was like, "Hey, nigga, you need an ocean of lotion." And then the doors just closed. And I was just on the bus, like puzzled, like, did this nigga just rhyme? You can talk about me, but don't make it rhyme. Don't put that shit in a song. I see why rappers get shot at, nigga. Don't put your beef with me on a beat. Some shit I'm nodding my head to? Oh, hell no. I'll kick your goddaughter in the chest, nigga. Talk shit about me on a Zaytoven beat. I'm gonna punch your hamster, nigga. It's gonna be real rap beef. I apologize if I seem aggressive. I'm not. I know my demeanor is like, ooh, he might be thugging, but hell no. I grew up listening to Keisha Cole and Jagged Edge all day. I'm not feminine, but I grew up with all women, so I like to sing a lot. You feel me? And I didn't know as a kid growing up around gangsters that wasn't cool. You can't be the little boy amongst crack dealers talking about nothing is promised. You can't have the vocals with crime. It don't go together. Look out for the police, nigga. Stop humming.
Teddy Ray, thank you for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday to me too. Happy birthday to you too. Thank you, Mr. Blackwell. Oh, I had an echo. Damn. Man, no, I gotta work. I'm working on it, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, man. We got the brand new Roadcaster podcast. We back, y'all. We back, y'all. We back. But yeah, new Roadcaster microphone, all that. We talking about Teddy Ray today and emotional intelligence. I want to show another clip of Teddy Ray. And then just that was an old one.
What do I want?
That was an old one. A lot of us have seen that one before. Now this gonna be a newer one. But you know what? Let's go to this one. This a good one right here. That's a good one right here. Let's go to this one right here. Happy birthday to me. What's up, Sir Ism, man? Shout out to Sir Ism, man. It's the Bay Boys in the building, man. It's the Bay Boys in the building, man. Shout out to Sir Ism. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Sir Ism one time, man. And man, Sir Ism Whip, you know, I follow Misha Mag Misha on Instagram. She posted her and her daughter the other day. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Beautiful, beautiful. Both of them, man. It's like a before and after picture, man. So shout out to Misha, everybody over there at the Sir Ism panel. all of the brothers and the sisters over there, fire panel. Sir Ism been working with a beautiful sister over there on this panel, and I think it's really elevated the show, gives them something to play off. The banter over there is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? So everybody falls through Sir Ism's panel. If you've been blessed, you know what I'm saying, to go over there and get yourself some of that good game, man. I came to YouTube, man, floating on the glass sandwich bag. That's all I have, man. And I turned it into this, man, without a miss, man. So this is what these Bay boys do, man. So shout out to my brother Sir Ism, man. He is a YouTube content creator, a father, a husband, a king. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. You know, we doing this Three Kings shit. Three Kings is back, man. The Three Kings is back. Shout out to my brother, man. Too Raw TV Uncut. Shout out to my brother Street Doctor. We had our first episode in that damn near, I don't know how long, yesterday on Too Raw channel. It was Too Raw birthday yesterday. It was my birthday yesterday. Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle is our birthday twin, 8/15/85. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I seen an interview with Lauren London. My wife was watching last night. That shit was sad. She talked about weight issues, dealing with her weight, being in Hollywood. Like, everybody is human. Remember Nunu? Everybody wanted to be Nunu, light, bright, the most beautiful woman now. And after children, all women deal with these issues. This is reality, bro. Yeah, she missed her husband, but she a woman. And she wants to feel attractive when she looks in the mirror. So it intensifies her pain and her sadness. Because the food makes her feel good. But then when she look at herself, she don't feel good. Yeah, man. Hey, don't take nothing for granted, y'all. Don't take nothing for granted, y'all. Y'all think it's just, oh, Nipsey dead. Nah, it's gone. She got his child. Plus, she's still alive. She's still alive. Even Kobe Bryant, wife, what's left for her? Did she get to date again? Did she ever get to have sex again? Kobe Bryant, wife, was young. Is it okay for her to live again with those children? Yo, man, count y'all blessings, man. Shout out to Carla. Thank you for coming through, Carla. Thank you for the birthday wishes. We seen Carla. Everybody from the 2R family came through yesterday. Three Kings, man, back in the building. Y'all count y'all blessings, man. Because we hear about this shit. We never talk about this shit again. We never talk about what's Lauren London's life like. Her future, the next 10, 20 years. The kids will get over their father. The kids will go get married and have kids. I know that's hard to say that because I love Nipsey, but the kids gonna grow up. But what about Lauren London? What about Kobe Bryant? Why? What's her name? Somebody put in the chat. Is it Jessica? I forget her name. Man, count your blessings, bro. Because y'all think it stops with Nipsey Hussle's death. Y'all think it stops with Kobe Bryant's death. No, if you've been in the hood and you got a homeboy get murdered and they got kids, this shit don't stop for that woman. Everybody, baby mama this, black woman this, but shit don't stop for that woman. Now her protection and provision is gone. She's still in the hood. What is her existence now? Because everybody look at her as a dead homie. That's the dead homie wife. She damn near got to leave the hood. She damn near got to leave the state to have a new life. That's not everybody reality. I know everybody don't grow up with those type of situations, but I wanted to make it real for you with Kobe Bryant's wife. And as we talk about Teddy Ray passing away at 32, my sons is 24, 25. Teddy Ray could be my son. Like, I had my sons when I was already grown and working, but if I would have had my sons at 17 or 16 or some shit like that, Teddy Ray could be my son. 32 is young. Teddy Ray could be my son. I'm not ashamed to tell you that. He hear the pain in that comedy. He said, I have 45 minutes. Melissa. Thank you, Aunt Alonzo. He said, I got 45 minutes to come home. What he was saying is I need to decompress. I need to perform extinction before I go fucking crazy, kill myself or go and join a gang and kill somebody else. So I got 45 minutes to decompress before my black mother comes home. Did y'all catch that? I have 45 minutes to decompress before my black mother comes home. It takes over. The best comedians go through pain. The best comedy, laugh at my pain, comes from pain. You need an ocean of lotion, nigga. He said, that fucked me up. You need an ocean of lotion. He said, I'm about to go home. I got 45 minutes to decompress before my black mother comes home, calling me fat, putting me out. And then I got to go into my protection so my psyche is not too injured because she don't know I might hurt myself. Let's look at some more Teddy Ray. Now this is this ain't the recent one because that was too long. Let's check this out.
What's y'all story? Huh? Houston? Y'all came out here just to kick it? Okay. What'd you come to LA for? See these boys? Okay. It is Pride Month. It's a real nigga holiday for the gay niggas. Gay niggas out there like, yeah, niggas, my time to shine. Finna clap this ass. My first best friend I had in life was gay. He wasn't gay when we was kicking it at 8, but. Or I don't know. See, there goes my ignorance. Maybe I don't. I'll never forget how he came out to me too. He came out to me over a game of handball. You know that ball that be on the string and then loop around, nigga? Tetherball. What I say, handball? Okay, I got a GED, calm down. We lacked funding. Nigga start blaming the school, nigga. We have but 4 books per class. No, my nigga came out to me over a game of tetherball and I felt, first of all, that's already feminine enough, nigga, to come out. Cause that nigga wrist was loose as a bitch, nigga. At this point, that nigga's playing himself, nigga. I ain't hit it back one time, nigga. I'm just. I got something to tell you. The fuck you got to tell me, my nigga? My family seems to already know. You my friend, so I had to let you in. But I'm gay. And then it hit me. Like I was like, oh. This ain't just been toys and shit. Now I felt weird. I was like, nigga, was you dating me, nigga? Like, this nigga just took me to a hockey game weeks prior, nigga. We on the Jumbotron, nigga. You know how I say dance, dance, Me and him on the Jumbotron, I'm finna robot. Before I could robot, this nigga start booty bumping. That can make you do shit. I don't booty bump, but because we on a 100-foot Jumbotron, I'm like, nigga. Soon as he told me he was gay, that's all I could think about was, damn. like I was your first date. Oh, wait. But it's all good, though. It's whatever you do, nigga, live your life. Nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You identify as gay, nigga. I identify as in shape. That ain't no joke. I'm writing letters on all you niggas. I'm getting all of y'all fired for laughing. Oh. Where's the NAACP for hefty niggas?
Shout out to Teddy Ray, man. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray. Big Daddy Beer Gaming in the building, man. Shout out to my brother, man. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. Sounded, man. Say it, man. It sounds phonetically sound. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. Say it. It rolls off the tongue. When I say it's phonetically sound, you'll like saying it. That's why so many people come in the chat. My brother Kenzie and Red, aka House Phone 5.0, because it's phonetically sound. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. 5.0 is men elevating men. 5.0 is setting brand new trends. Come on, man. 5.0 is them brothers that won't stop. 5.0 is them brothers that got it locked. 5.0 was a mission to the top. You know what I used to say? Toya's in the chat right now. Toya helped me. Like, y'all be helping me so much. Toya said, Wednesday is not hump day. She said Wednesday is like the top of the mountain, and then everything else is downhill. And I've been running with that ever since. And from that, I built my analogy. This is before I read the scripture about God telling me it's a race. And that's how I know God been guiding me on this journey the whole time. But that I came up with the analogy that 5.0 is a race to the top. And this is about me being a fat kid, like Teddy Ray. I was a fat kid my whole life. And when you fat, your cousins be wanting to race, and then you be wanting to race. And I remember being a fat cousin and racing. And we would race to the stop sign. You race to the end of the block. This really hood tales. You could tell a hood motherfucker by the type of shit people be saying they hood. This is hood tales. I'm fat, but I still race. And I race to the corner. So 5.0 was a race to the top. In case y'all heard me say that and you might not understand, it comes from being a fat kid and racing my cousins to the stop sign, and then someone comes in first, someone comes in second, someone comes in third. I said 5.0 is a race to the top of the mountain because no one likes losing. Who want to race? You want to race the fat kid because you want to win. You want to be first. So to my brothers, I don't want to do that to other men and other fathers. I don't want to be first. I don't want to beat you in the race. I know that's anti-American, but I love my brothers. So I said 5.0 is a race to the top. See, if I challenge Big Daddy Beer Gaming, if I challenge Ism, if I challenge Dark Green to a race to the top of the mountain, what happens at the end of the race, everybody? Does anybody know what happens at the end of the race to the top of the mountain? Guess what happens at the end of the race at the top of the mountain, you guys? It's Toya's analogy. All of my brothers are at the top of the mountain. There is no first. There is no second place in 5.0. There is no first. There is no second in 5.0. Everybody reaches the top of the mountain. Everybody are winners. Everybody is a king. Did y'all know that? I haven't said it in a long time. 5.0 was a race to the top. T.O.P. 5.0 was the brothers that won't stop. 5.0 was the brothers that got it locked, get free. And then I helped expound on that by sharing with y'all the Tour de France and Live Strong and Lance Armstrong. And I said the Tour de France is a race up a mountain. The Tour de France is a team event. The Tour de France has to be a team event because no man could do it alone. You need a team because you need to take breaks. So the Tour de France is a team event. Did you guys understand that? Because you only might know Lance Armstrong. But Lance Armstrong is part of Team Live Strong. And the Tour de France is a team event. And it's a race to the top of the mountain. And at times, I may be tired. I may need Dark Green to go in front of me on his bicycle. Because when he got energy, you know what happened when Dark Green is riding in front of me? It's easier for me. Because he's the one breaking the wind with your stinking ass. He's the one hitting the wind and making a tunnel for me. Now I don't have to pedal as fast and as hard. That's what father power is. It's footsteps in the sand. Emotional intelligence. Alonzo Hall, financial intelligence. You don't have to pedal as hard if you follow my lead. If you let Alonzo, the Black Brain Trust, it's a race up the mountain. And they are in the front of you pedaling, not because someone will come in first or second. Do you know in this race, when the team event, when Dark Green is riding hard and fast, pause, he can actually pull me. His inertia can actually pull me up the mountain. Did you guys know how energy works, how inertia works? That if I get right behind him and works in the car, y'all got to watch these. I love that I grew up in the 80s and he can pull me. I don't have to work as hard with him in front of me going up the mountain riding his bike. Not only he can pull me. I can get in behind him and he can pull me. That's big brother. That's father son. That's footprints in the sand. That's 5.0 being a race to the top. Sometimes I'm in the lead and I'm making a way for my brothers. I'm pulling my brothers up the mountain. Sometimes I need my brother. I'm tired, bro. I need you to be in the front. 5.0 is a race to the top. Top of the mountain to everybody. Top of the moot to everybody watching. Now shout out to Toya for helping me with that, man. Toya said Wednesday, but today not Tuesday, but Wednesday is the top of the mountain. And everything after that is downhill. That's where I get that 5.0 is them brothers that won't stop. 5.0 is them brothers that got it locked. 5.0 is a race to the top. T.O.P. Get free. 5.0 is them brothers that got it locked. Get free. 5.0 is a race to the top. T.O.P. I just had to break that down one time because it's emotional intelligence. It's Watch It Taco Tuesday, self-care, self-love. Because you might hear that and think, well, Perfect is in the race with other YouTubers. And, nah, blood, I've been blessed. I got my blessing. I got my blessing. I've been blessed. God love me. I got my blessing. This microphone, this gimbal, this podcast, my platform, my brothers watching and supporting, I got my blessing. I'm not in the race, brother. We are in the race to the top. Top of the mountain politics, brothers. Early. All right, let's go to the next topic. Let's get into some Black Manosphere shit. Y'all want to get into some Black Manosphere shit? Let's get into some Black Manosphere shit. Let's go to this next topic. And y'all help me out, man. I don't want to, I think I'm too nice, man. I think I'm too nice, man. For real, man. Let's get into this shit, man. Rest in peace, Teddy, man. Rest in peace, Teddy, man. So y'all know Three Kings is back. And I'm back on the Roger Report panel too. You might be mad at the Three Kings being back. You might be mad that I'm back on the Roger Report panel. But we gives no fucks. We getting this message done. When I first came back, we had some really illuminating conversations about, it was post Kevin Samuels, and we talked about this 35-year-old. And Kevin Samuels' message has resonated to where it was a black woman telling another black woman by 35 your eggs are dust. And we had a conversation on the Roger Report panel, and a couple sisters joined the panel and was in the audience very adamant about the fact that 30 is a good age to start family planning. 30 is a good age to start dating seriously. And Roger and I was explaining, and one of the things that stuck out from those podcasts, I remember Hot Sauce saying, and people saying to me after the podcast, said, "Perfect, man, I love you, man. When you said, I don't have the womb, I don't have the breast, why do I have more of this knowledge than you do?" That really stuck with some people. Like, because I think they think that we're trying to be, again, the Black manosphere has a negative connotation of being negative toward women and Black women. It's not, that's not what it's about. Family planning, and it just in the fuck, family planning requires intelligence. So I don't think you guys know how much love Roger has for you when he's taking the time out to explain to you these physical truths. He's not trying to marry you. He don't know you. If you 32 in the chat, he's not trying to get no sex from you. We're just trying to create emotionally intelligent individuals who can form healthy relationships and healthy bonds so that they last long, so that the children are raised in a healthy environment, so that we could build a strong community and stop being oppressed. That's the goal, right? But it was a lot of pushback and I was surprised that as the men, Black manosphere, men had more knowledge of female wombs than the females watching. Yeah, we got a lot of pushback. A lot of pushback, RB in the building. What's up, boy? A lot of pushback. Men had more knowledge of the female womb than the females listening. It wasn't men, it was women. 30 years old is a good age. So this story, y'all remember 3LW? I was going to play 3LW, but I was a big nigga, man. I was a big kid. I got teased for being fat my whole life. I became vegan to lose weight. So Teddy Ray touched my heart. It's really fucked up. I'm gonna really sit with my wife and talk to her about it when she get home. I'm a Leo, y'all. I'm emotional. So I really love Teddy Ray as a comedian. I go to comedy. I go to Punchline. I follow Teddy Ray. So this is not a cool thing. I know when my wife see this show, she gonna say, "Daddy, why you didn't tell me Teddy Ray died?" And I'm gonna just be like, I had to talk to my lawyer today. It just wasn't a good day. I didn't really feel like talking about it. So it's not easy to do this show. So Adrienne from 3LW and The Real. Y'all know The Real talk show? She been talking cash shit. Her and Lonnie Love, they've been talking cash shit about Black men for the whole duration of the show. It's really been a poo-poo party for Black men. And she was dating one of the Kardashians, if you guys recall, right? But she could never keep a man. He dogged her, broke up with her. She had his name tattooed on her ass. She had to get it removed. She is now involved with the older Black man. I was about to call him elderly, but the nigga looked my age. I ain't no elder. Oh, man. Damn, man. Perfect time. Old ass, man. Kid Cigarette. Shout out to Kid Cigarette. Kid Cigarette said, nigga, you about 68 years old. Nigga, where your teeth at? Kid was going in, man. Shout out to my brother House Phone, man. Adrienne from 3LW. Adrienne from 3LW and The Real talk show, the Black Man Poo Poo Party, welcomes her first baby with husband Israel. Is that Israel Houston? I don't know. This Black mama probably made that name up via surrogate. You know what I'm saying? So as I looked into the story, I thought about Roger and I's conversation. And I knew Teddy Ray wouldn't take up an hour. So I added this because it's very relevant to the things we discuss. The former Real co-host, 38 years old, introduced her son, Ever. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up, y'all. She named her son Ever. She named her son Ever. Wow. The former Real co-host, so I guess she's not on the TV show no more. That was her claim to fame because 3LW didn't do shit and she got dumped by Rob Kardashian. That was really embarrassing when she was on the Kardashians. So she tried to redeem herself with that show, but she came off bitter the whole time. So at 38, she has a baby named Ever Tuesday with the black and white Instagram photo. So the focal point of today's conversation is the fact that she had to have a baby via surrogate. At 38 years old, she's just now becoming a wife and a mother to this clown, another Boyce Watkins type nigga. But I know let's see, what does it say about this boy? We have quietly prayed while sitting on this most magnificent secret for 9 months. Now, in my research, she had been trying to have a baby for 3 years. She had been trying to have a baby for 3 years. I don't know if it was with this guy. There they go right there. This the brother right there. This is why I say I call him an elder. This is why I call him an elder. This the guy right here. This is why I call him an elder. He hiding that gray behind her. Hey, I'm with you, boy. My wife is 10, 13 years younger than me, too. I ain't mad at you, boy. Hey, I think my wife is younger than your wife. My wife ain't even 38. So, you know, and this nigga definitely my ages are older. Woo! Hey, don't hate on the slusher. There you go. There you go. There you go, Silver Fox, yeah, man. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. Hey, I'm proud of Judge Mathis ass. Hey, I'm proud of your boy. Hey, I'm proud of your boy because you got your one, man. She little thick Latina, man. She bad, man. Hey, she bad, man. I ain't picking on you, man, but we got to talk about this manosphere shit. Hey, and we're going to leave out the fact that she blackfishing in this photo. Hey, y'all know she do that, right? When she was on the Kardashians, she was looking white, but now she blackfishing in the photo with her black man. Why you just didn't go stick with the brothers from the beginning? Right? So you was with Rob Kardashian, you wasn't happy. He's a pastor. So he's not just a brother, he's a brother. He's a pastor. Go ahead, Toya the Texan. So he's a pastor. How old is he? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to see if he's 50. He good 45. He a good 45. She 38. Yeah, I'm having fun, man. It's the black manosphere. I'm having fun with this, man. Because black men, we get shitted on, man. We get shitted on, but we are the most sought after mates. Yeah, man. They won't say that. We get shitted on, but black men are the most. Look how good this brother look. You think he would be single if she didn't jump on him? Nah, he wouldn't be single. Check him out. And Toya knew who he was. He's a pastor. He could have been with any woman. And that's you two at home, black man. Yeah, man. They be doing these stories from the wrong perspective, man. I just wanted to show you that baby girl from 3LW in the real, because this is surprising to me that this is her husband, not just a black man, but a pastor. Pastor mean Baptist. So he's blacker than black. He blacker than black. How black is he? 51 years old. Ding, 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 ding. 51 years old. Woo! Black manosphere got a crown. Put some crowns in the chat. Put some fires in the chat. God damn. 51 years old, married a 38-year-old ex-3LW, and she bad as shit, too. God, dog. Woo! Shout out to black men. Shout out to the black manosphere. Somebody stop me. Woo! 51 years old. Look at that, y'all. Let me put it on the big screen. Look at that, y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stop talking shit about black men. Stop talking that shit about black men. We the most viable candidates. Stop talking that shit about black men. When you know you want a black man, you dreamed about dating and having this black dick in your mouth your whole life. I know, because I seen when you hold my dick and when you suck my dick, I be looking at them non-black women, and it's something I could tell in their mind. I'm an empath, so I could tell in their mind they've always wanted to hold this dick in their hand. Don't play with me. I'll get intimate. I'll get down and dirty in this podcast. I can say what I want. It ain't like the views is gonna be affected. 5.0 rocking with me. Yeah. Stop talking shit about black men. Stop talking shit about black men when we know the truth. CDC said it. We the most eligible bachelors, the best fathers. But all we get is poo-poo parties every day on the real because Lonnie Love couldn't find love because Lonnie Love refused to lose weight. She refused to fix her addiction to food. So she found a white man who would accept her in her illness. Lonnie Love, you're sick. And he can't love you because he's accepting you in your illness. That's what Monique said to you. Remember you used to be friends with Monique? But Monique talked to all of you overweight black women about her relationship with Sia because Sia challenged her on her illness. And the addiction to food and the obesity is a severe illness, which is why you guys can qualify for libel and why you go run and get them BBLs and illegal libel across in-state lines. Because your obesity and addiction to food is a sickness. And she said Sid loved her, and he was the first man who didn't just want her money, and he was honest about her addiction to food and her sickness. Black man is the shit. Tracy, hi, Tracy. How you doing? That's my sister, Tracy. She been supporting me. That's 5.0 royalty right there. Thank you, Tracy, for all your support. Hey, Tracy, you missed a prayer, so I haven't seen you in a little while. So I just want to pray a blessing and a covering over you. And I know you God's favorite, so I know you've been good, but you know, you my sister and you support me. You listen to me whine. You listen to me cry. You know, I don't know if you ever Cash App. Your monkey ass need to hit the Cash App. But thank you. I pray a covering over you and yours, man. And may you be blessed. And thank you for hanging out. And I hope you've been blessed in your life and your endeavors and much progression to you and yours. Oh, it's nothing, sis. It's nothing, man. I tell y'all all the time, man, y'all viewership and support means the world to a YouTuber. Like, this shit not easy. Everybody say, I'm going to start a channel. You know why they don't start a channel? Because they don't have the emotional intelligence. After I do this, I still have to go tend to my wife and my children, my dog, my home. Yeah. That's what we talked about today. Jenny Ma. You know, let me put the link in the chat. It's been an hour. Let me put the link in the chat. And let my brothers come and talk some shit. So Jenny Ma, it's, you know, when I'm on my bullshit, you know, I get on my bullshit. You know, I get on my bullshit. And I coined the term the Jeezy smile. You know, Jeezy developed something I like to call the Jeezy smile. Shout out to my brother Jason. I coined something called the Jeezy smile. After Jenny Ma, they announced their wedding. You saw all of these posts of this ex-drug dealer, Rico, BMF, blowing money fast, with a grin like a Cheshire cat from ear to ear. I never seen a brother so happy in my life. Oh, shit. We got J-Do in the building, man. Hey, you know who else got a Jeezy smile? this brother, this 51-year-old pastor. Look at that smile that brother got on him right there, right? That's what I like to call a Jeezy smile. Boyce Watkins, you ain't never looked like this. Oh, okay. J-Do, drop some on the people, man.
What's happening? Perfect time. Appreciate you bringing me up, man. I'm gonna just drop by real quick, man. Just notice, man, two of the baddest ones on the show. Who do they choose up on? And then and then you got the one, you know, overweight, you know, black chick. Who does she choose up on? Or who does she settle with? You know what I mean? So, I mean, it just shows it all, bro. It just shows it all, man. The proof is in the pudding, man. That's simple.
Are you saying black men have value, J-Do?
Absolutely, absolutely. And most of you black men that are going to be that are listening now and are going to be listening, you might not even you haven't even tapped into it. You don't even understand it, but you have it. It's inherent. It's inherent. So you better recognize it, bruh.
Now, what does it say about getting, you know how they say get with the program? What does it say that she ended up, and he's a great brother, but 38 years old, she had to use a surrogate, and he's 51.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say about the cognitive dissonance? What does it say about the faulty programming, about individuals who know our value, but put off this decision for so long? I mean, because I'm coming at this from both perspectives. What does it say about black men? And what does it say about the women who choose us late? Why is he single at 51? I know why. I'm being facetious. I know you know why for the people listening. Why is he single? He's attractive. He's obviously wealthy. He's a pastor. He must be a millionaire pastor to date this woman. But there are some things that don't get unpacked by non-black manosphere individuals. And my brother J-Do is intelligent, so I'm leading him to a certain point. But there's some questions, right? 51, handsome, wealthy, single. 38. And she's single, can't have a child. So on both sides, what you got on that, brother?
Well, basically, this man, like you said, man, I'm sure he's financially stable, more than financially stable. And like you said, he's not a bad-looking brother, man. And pause to that, but not a bad-looking brother. 51 years old though, so really, he should have deemed a woman, and maybe even a black woman, worthy of being his wife at a younger age.
Come on.
But obviously, and if he's a pastor, you know he's been around black women quite a bit. You know, the church is dominated by black women. So he's been around them quite a bit, probably since birth all the way till, now. So he's been around it, but he did not deem any of those women worthy of being his wife. After all these years, this is a solid brother. He has to be well-spoken. He's probably educated. He's got the money. He's got the charisma, I'm sure. He's got the look. Why didn't he find a wife before now? Particularly a black wife, a black American wife. Why couldn't he?
See, this is what I was thinking what Toya said. And now we get into black manosphere shit. This is what Kevin Samuels, he was married to a black woman previously. Mm-hmm. And this is what Roger says a lot about these individuals are failures. This is the proof in the pudding. Oh, she's not a failure. Oh, yeah? Well, you was married to him, and now he's married to this. Huh? And now he got a brand new baby. How you think that ex-wife feeling right now? To the women in the chat and to my brother J-Do, how do you think that? He can't even hold it in.
Salty, bruh. Salty, bruh. She hating hard too, bruh. Extra salt, bruh. I know she's hating on her. Cause she had first dibs. She had the first opportunity.
He should not be single. That's what you were saying. There's no way in the world he's an attractive, wealthy black man and he was married. Everybody's human, right? That's why Kevin Samuels will always say, why y'all get divorced? I can't even say it because it's such a trigger. Irreconcilable. Help me out, bro. How you say it?
Irreconcilable differences. You know?
Shit, I got tripped up. And what that means is the bitch just was ready to go. There was no real reason for a divorce. That was non-human. Like your husband was human, right? It was something he did you didn't like, but you wasn't willing to get past it. Now your ex-husband is married to the 3LW star, and they got a brand new baby. She's 38. If you 51 and he 51, his wife probably 50, 49. So he didn't marry the woman 10, 15 years younger than you. Shout out to the black manosphere.
But she's salty right now. She probably trying to sabotage the relationship some type of way. I wouldn't doubt it.
Hey, if he a pastor in the church, Hey, I wonder how this play out, but he probably been with her for a minute. But now that he on TV, I ain't never seen his face. But if he a pastor of a black church, you see she blackfishing in this picture. You see
Yeah. Yes, sir.
she might have went to church that day. She might have went to church that day because she can't show up to church. She can't show up to church looking like that. She can't show up to church looking like that. You feel what I'm talking about? You can't show up to church, man. Yeah, man. That can't be the first lady. That could be the first lady right there, man. See his hair straightened out. This is black. This is what they call blackfishing, y'all. The lips is protruding like she got plump lips. She's accentuating. She's probably a little bit black, but she's accentuating her African Negro features in this photograph. They look black, right? She look like a light-skinned black girl. She's doing her Kamala impression right here.
She got that nice little tan. You know what I mean? Nice tan. Oh, yes, sir.
That's blackfishing because she's the first lady at a Black Baptist church. Oh shit, I love doing this shit, man. Oh shit, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Dark Green said, hope he got a prenup. Hope he got a prenup. I ain't signing shit. Shout out to I ain't signing shit. So on the Roger Report, we talked about women and OBGYN and the woman's womb and women who teach other women that family planning can start after the age of 30. And in that show, I talked about Kim Kardashian. She dated Kim Kardashian's brother. And why Kim Kardashian married Kanye West and had kids so fast. I said Kim Kardashian went to an OBGYN with her sister. Was it Chloe or Courtney? Dating a basketball player. And the doctor put her in check and said she was laughing at Chloe, teasing her in front of the doctor. The doctor said, this ain't no joke. How old are you? And she went into her Kim Kardashian like, I got to tell you the fuck I am. I'm $100 million. He said, how old are you? She's like, 35. He said, if you don't get married in the next 6 months, do you want to get married and have kids out of your pussy? Because if you don't do it, then you won't be able to. That's stuck in my head. Every time I'm having this discussion in the Black manosphere, I remember Kim Kardashian in that office, and I've been around celebrities and wealthy people, and I work in the hospital, you in the military, so I've seen people be humbled and humanized. So I've seen this happen when doctors have the power and ability to do this because they deal with life and death. And he brought her all the way down to being a human. And to let her know that if you want to take a baby to term, you need to get married and get pregnant ASAP. And Kim Kardashian did not take all of those children to term because the lining of your womb is not strong enough. The baby could die and you could die. So the OBGYN advises you to get a surrogate. It would be unhealthy for you to try to take a baby to term, meaning raise a human in your body and hold them in your body for 9 months post a certain age. It could kill you, right? That's why we having this conversation today. Emotional intelligence leads to financial intelligence and adequate family planning. And because of a lack of emotional intelligence, with her putting Rob's name on her ass and her not choosing a black man that she probably loved black men for her entire life because she looks extremely happy, but she couldn't choose up because of her fear, for her emotional intelligence. She chooses a black man. He's 51. She's 38. She has to have a surrogate. She's been trying for 3 years. She was too old. That's the lesson in this story, that what we say on the Roger Report panel is not to be mean, but is to be educational. This is a calling. This is a message. Kim Kardashian could not take all of those children to term, i.e., she could not raise them in her own belly and womb and push them out of her vagina. This woman at 38, she's been trying for 3 years. Lastly, she had to get a surrogate because she could not physically take a baby to term and then healthily push the baby out her vaginal canal. That has nothing to do with black men. That has nothing to do with Black manosphere. This is biology. The wall that we have made popular is a biological wall. It's not made up by men. It's not made up by the Black manosphere. We simply have highlighted it to remind you of our value, to remind you of our value and not to choose us at 51, not to choose us to have children at 38. So we speak about the wall. We speak about the fact that we don't hold value until you hit the wall. That fucks with us. That's a mental health issue for black men and how we value ourselves, that we don't become viable to you until you hit the wall. And then you can't raise my baby in your, so the DNA, the godly shit that you're supposed to give my son is not coming from you, it's coming from another woman. I should be fucking that bitch.
You rented the uterus, why not?
What you got on it, brother? Oh,
Hey, brother, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, to be honest, the choice, she should have bore this man. She should have already have bore this man about 3-4 kids by now. She would have chose up at a younger age, and they would have had a nice full family. And she could have possibly carried those kids to term. It would have been much more likely. And then that money that you spend on a surrogate, hey, put that in a little education fund or some type of fund for the kids. Or you can do so many other things with that. She could have chose up a lot earlier. Life insurance. I mean, all types of things that money could have went to. But you know what? So yeah, it's a biological thing. I mean, really, your childbearing years, a lot of women take it for granted, especially black women out here. They take it for granted. They think they think they're gonna pull a Janet Jackson, man. They think they're gonna pull a Janet Jackson and have a kid in their 50s, which who knows what happened with that, what type of science experiment it was with that. And she was with a billionaire, and she's caked up too. So we don't know what type of money and what type of science experiment that was done just to make that possible. If it's even possible, if she even did it, you know. I ain't see the baby come out the womb, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, they take for granted, man. Basically, the women need to recognize really your main purpose is to be a helpmeet to a man and to bear children. Like those are the two main things you're here for.
Remember what Roger said? If you're not married with children by a certain age, you're a failure. Remember that?
Absolutely.
That's what we talking about. You know what? I was talking, my wife just came in. I knew she was gonna react like that to Teddy Ray. That's why I would tell her.
Rest in peace to the brother.
Rest in peace, Teddy Ray, man. What did I just say? I'm sorry, I got distracted by Teddy Ray. I was saying shit.
You said Roger was saying that they were failures and losers if they don't bear, you know.
So I was talking to my wife, I was talking to my wife about, I need to expound on that. Because the woman we talking about, more than likely, like this 3LW person, is financially successful. So when Roger is saying that, I think people are confused when he said this woman is a failure, because most of the women that we know who are these failures, now this is the woman we're describing. It's your auntie, it's your sister, it's your cousin that can't keep a man. She got a good job, she got her own place, but she always over your house. Right? She don't want to go home. This is what it means to be a failure as a woman. Right? It's not the fact that she doesn't have a college degree, a nice car, and a good job and a place to live. So when Roger is saying she's a failure, I think some people are missing it. No, if you don't have a husband and a child by a certain age, you're a failure. And that's evident by the women in our families, in our lives, who we know, who don't have men and who don't have kids, and the way they behave. Now, I know this might hurt some people, but this is some real shit. That's what Roger is saying when you're a failure, because you don't have an identity, you don't have a reason to be on the planet, and these women roam around, lost, harlots, having sex with multiple people, drinking a lot of alcohol, because they don't have a defined existence, because they have no husband and no child. That's what Roger is saying. He's not saying that this person is broke, But if you don't have a husband and a child by a certain age, what is your existence defined by? And that's not me making that up. That's just me being an observant human being and looking at the females in my family at the family reunion, at the cookout, without a man, without a husband, riding home with the cousins, you know, sleeping over here, and then always into some shit, fucking somebody, man, because she won't go home. She don't got nowhere to go. She don't have no reason to live, nothing to do. That person is always in some shit. That woman, and it used to be married women understood this. That's where the whole divorcee and single women, you know, the negative nomenclature that was associated came from, because married women understood that she was dangerous. She don't have a direction. We can't have a single woman around married women and children. They never would allow it. They never would allow it. But feminism changed that because they no longer wanted that to be seen as negative. So now you got all these unhappy, depressed, drunk, single women out here. That's who's buying the pills. It's not a lot of men, fathers, and we're not taking Percocets. Even from the beginning of the opiate crisis, who was the picture of the opiate crisis? It was the white mother from the Midwest. The white single mom. That's who's taking the pills. So when we say you a failure, what's up, street doctor? When we say you a failure, you got to think about today's story. You got to think about Adrienne. You got to think about Kim Kardashian. And the only reason Kim Kardashian was allowed to be humanized by that doctor, because she understood her failure as a woman. She had everything, you guys. At this time, she had all the money in the world. But why did she marry Kanye and have these kids? Y'all got to think about this shit, because I know a lot of people hear me and be like, Black Manosphere, you don't know. Blah, blah. Kim Kardashian is the great way to drive this home for you guys listening at home who don't get it. She had every fucking thing. But she wasn't fulfilled as a woman. She kept getting married. She married the basketball player. You got me? You with me, Jay? Remember? She married the basketball player. Yes, she married the other dude. Just like this person. She dated Rob Kardashian. She did this. She did that. She's still trying. So much so that she married a 51-year-old black man and 38 had a baby with a surrogate. That's how important this shit is. That's how much this failure shit is real. Kim Kardashian had $100 million. Everything stopped. She got married to someone everybody hated. Oh, but she didn't give a fuck. She knew Kanye West. She wanted to have a baby by him. Nobody understood what was going on. No one understood. She needed to have a baby. He's a genius. She knew he was going to be a billionaire. I want him to be the father of my children. No one ever got that. She actually chose him. We've never talked about this because Kanye's been poo-poo because he's a fucking genius. Now he's a billionaire. Has everybody any thought about, just like this woman, look at this beautiful ass picture right here. She chose him. Kim chose Kanye. I know that's hard for you to believe because you hate black men, you don't value black men, but they do. She chose Kanye to have a baby with Kanye. She knew it. She knew what Kanye was. Man, it's hard, blood. It's hard, blood. We don't get valued. She chose Kanye. We think Kanye begged Kim Kardashian. That's not what the fuck happened. She could have picked any man. Right or wrong, Jay?
Absolutely, brother.
She chose Kanye.
She saw that this man is he's a black man. He's a genius, like you said. And she knew that her biological imperative is to bear children. So she knew, okay, time is ticking. Let me choose up and do what I'm here to do. And she did it.
She didn't have to. My point is, for anyone listening, this is a perfect example of a woman who did not have to do it. She had everything that you feminists talk about. She didn't have to. She didn't have to marry. She didn't have to get married. She could have just got a baby. Do y'all get that part? She didn't have to get married. She's like Oprah. She still could have did whatever she wanted to do with Kanye or whatever, man. She did not have to get married. She did not want to have a baby illegitimately. She wanted her children to have the last name of the father. Woo!
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Do you know why? Not you, brother, but the people listening. We talk a lot about generational wealth. Do you know why she wanted her children to have the last name of their billionaire father? Generational poverty. Non-Black women understand generational poverty. When you don't give your child the father's last name, you're almost ensuring them to be in poverty, the way they will be looked at by courts, by jobs, by schools. I know this is deep. I know this might hurt some people. We talk a lot about generational wealth. Well, if your child doesn't have your father's last name, then the buck stops there. When Big Mama dies, just like in the Soul Food movie, the family dies. The wealth dies. There is no generational wealth. When you get on welfare, when you get on child support, it's almost 80-90% that your children will be on welfare and child support. That's the cycle of poverty. That's generational poverty. And part of that is not giving your children the father's last name. What if one of the Trump ex-wives was on some Negro female shit and didn't give the baby the Trump last name? Can anybody fathom that? No, because white people don't do that stupid shit. Even after she wrote a book, talk shit, didn't change her last name. Now her daddy is the president. Kim Kardashian understood that because Kim Kardashian is Rob Kardashian's daughter. They've always been proud of the fact that they got OJ off, and that's my father. She understood father power. This is Black manosphere shit. I hope y'all understand this. She understood father power. And we don't think it's important to give the child the father's last name, to where men don't even show up to sign the birth certificate because we don't give a fuck anymore, because we don't understand generational poverty. Everybody talks about generational wealth and everybody wants money. But do you realize when I'm working at these high levels, non-Black women wonder why Black women go on welfare and child support. They're afraid of welfare and child support because they got a cousin that's on welfare and now their kids on welfare. They understand as immigrants, they get taught, if you go on welfare, your kid's going to be broke and then they're going to be broke. So we work hard, we sacrifice because it's addictive. It's a cycle. It's generational poverty. You don't need child support. You don't need welfare. You got generational wealth. You got generational poverty, and there are symptoms. Not giving your child the father's last name, welfare, child support. You are creating a recipe for generational poverty that you get trapped in epigenetically. But hey, they just think we hate Black women, bro.
And Perfect, you spoke to that very well, man. And I'd just like to add on to that, even the spiritual poverty, where you kind of deny a child that connection with that paternal figure, with their dad, from which they came from. So when you deny that, you deny them that connection to, their paternal, their father, their spiritual leader as well. So you deny them the financial wealth and the spiritual wealth. You deny them. You cut them off from that. So it's not very it's not tangible, so to speak. It's not something that we can count or quantify, but it's very, 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 very deep. Very deep.
So, brother, hold on, let me give you something. My brother said spiritual intelligence, like the damage done. So, you know why that's so powerful? Because of the mental health issues that men face in Western society. And we talking about Teddy Ray being found face down in the body of water and him being the heaviest he's ever been in his life. Have you ever, now you've been in the military, fuck you. This nigga probably look good. He probably had, I never had a six pack. Did you ever have a six pack in your life?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's cold. That's good.
Yeah.
I know you got some
out here.
I know you got some big partners that get on you like me too, man. Like when you got a homeboy, because it'd be like my little brother, man. My little brother was born with a six-pack. He got a different daddy than me, right? So people don't know how epigenetic the shit be. Like I'm big because my people was big, man. I'm always big. But some niggas will be born with six-packs, bud. They don't tell you that shit. This nigga had a six-pack when he was 10, bud. So if he do 3 push-ups, this nigga look like 50 Cent, nigga. I could go through a 3-year program, nigga. Oh, yes, fuck sir. You, bud. But yeah, man.
In the 5th grade with a 6-pack. Yes, sir. 5th grade with a 6-pack.
Mental health, bro. When you said how not seeing the father affects their spiritual health and spiritual intelligence, we're getting at our mental health, brother. And how the obesity, the drug addiction, and our brother Teddy Ray, 32 is real young, bro. 32 years old. He was 2.5 hours from home. He's found face down in a pool of water. The cause of death hasn't been determined, so we'll talk about this again because they don't know if he was on drugs or take a pill or whatever. They're not saying that as of yet. All we know is he was 2.5 hours away from home, and he was found face down in a pool of water. And when you talked about that spiritual ramifications of, and he talked about in his comedy, not having his father in his life and having an overbearing black mom. That was the joke, right? That we all laughed at because we all could relate to. And he's gone. I'm not speculating, but what you just said, brother, man, touches home because I felt it. So I know what you mean when you talk about how that affects your spirit. He just expressed it in that comedy. He said, I got 45 minutes before my black mother gets home and takes over. I felt the pain. That's why we all laughed when he said that. His spirit, that was a joke from his spirit. I got 45 minutes before my black mother gets home and takes over. That's what you just explained about how that person affects a young child's spirit, right? That was the effects. The way he expressed it is in a joke.
Yes, sir.
About why he was 400 pounds.
Yes, sir.
How the way she parented affected him. For a child to feel like that, that's like being incarcerated. I got 45 minutes. That's like I got the rec time on the yard. That's how it sounded like. That's why we all laughed and we all experienced it. I got 45 minutes before my black mother comes home and takes over the house. Woo, every word. There's no fat on that joke. He didn't add in a curse word. He didn't add in any other thing derogatory. I got 45 minutes before my black mother comes home and takes over the house. And we all know what he means. We all know what you're talking about that spirit being broken, J.O. Because guess what happens when mom comes home? His spirit. Right? I've been that kid. What happens when mom comes home? It all goes to fucking shit. Your spirit is diminished. As soon as you come in the house, you don't have an identity. You don't have a character. It's all about this black Beyonce. And everything needs to worship and fall to her feet because she was so gracious to birth you and allow you to live in her motherfucking house that she didn't pay for. You don't get to have a spirit. You don't get to have an identity. You don't get to grow. You fat piece of shit. But for 45 minutes, I get to be a person. But when she come home, I don't get to be a person no more. This is what we here for. This is what we here for. This discussion.
And brother, perfect timing. I grew up from a single mother, 7 children, and I was number 6. Saw my father a couple times when I was 4 or 5 years old and didn't see him again. And we don't really realize, a lot of us don't realize, I'm a Generation Xer, I'm a young Xer, but we don't realize, I mean, even myself, you know, I knew my dad, my pops wasn't around, but we don't really realize, I think Teddy Ray was, I'm sure he recognized it earlier, but a lot of us don't realize it until we're like in our full into our adult years, 30s, 40s, sometimes even 50s, that you don't realize that the detriment that had to your life, the detriment that had to your life. And some brothers can recognize that early, and that's good that we're like brothers like you and Roger, just getting the word out about this. But a lot of brothers don't realize that deficit that they're putting in just because, you know, they don't have their father in their lives, and what type of deficit you're starting a race 10 paces behind and not even knowing it. And your mother she's looked at as the savior, so to speak, as if she's nurturing you. Oh, she stuck around. So we grow this attachment to our mothers or whatever, but we don't understand that most of the time she never had a real relationship with your dad, or she ran him off, and you're at a deficit because of it. And so a lot of these mental health issues come up. People start using drugs, alcohol, and don't recognize it. We think we're just trying to turn up. We're trying to be lit, as they say. But you don't know, it's like, damn, I'm trying to hide something. I'm trying to cover up something. I'm trying to go into a false reality just to cover that up. So a lot of us, we don't realize it. I know I'll speak for myself. I didn't realize it until I was in my 30s, like fully realize it. So it's something deep or whatever. But yeah, we start off in a deficit just because of it.
Good point. Good point. Well, we don't talk enough about the damage. As men, I think, because that's part of our mental health problems, we don't talk enough about the damage that's been done to us. That's why this is such an intimate moment for me, and I could relate so closely to what happened and transpired, even though we don't have all full details. I've been overweight my whole life. A lot of us have dealt with this. This is not a isolated issue with these single mothers. And it's being perpetuated because we're still dealing with 75% single mother-led households. So you have a lot of boys going through what J-Do just eloquently explained. I mean, we should be, I don't want to say afraid, but we should be concerned with all of the mental health, the suicide life. We should be concerned with all of these unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, unstable, emotionally ignorant men. As a society, we should be concerned. I mean, it's enough. It's enough. The lie is over that you told my mom. That's 3-4 generations ago. You told him that you could raise a son without a father. The jig is up. Like, as a country, as a society, what J-Do was explaining, like, for the benefit of everyone, we have to address the single mother issue, the divorce issue. And it's just that if you don't want to be married, if you don't want to be a mother, you know, we have to start talking to women about other alternatives besides abortion. Like, I'm so glad abortion was taken away, because it's gonna make women be more mature. I said women are cowards. It's gonna make women be adults. And it's perfectly cool to not want to be married, sis, or to not even want children. That's cool. But the society and the effects of the shit you guys are creating, and then you want to say you don't have anything to do with the creation and the downstream effects, that's bullshit. There's no more men. The grown men are not going to accept you just putting bullshit in society anymore and not taking credit and not taking accountability. They're creating the gangs. They're creating the problems with their lack of parenting, with their lack of planning, with their lack of financial intelligence. So we just say, okay, you can get divorced for any reason. Women get divorced, have kids, and then who is cleaning up the mess? Because what we're talking about today is the children. Who was cleaning up what's the aftermath of the divorce? The aftermath of the lack of a father in the home. Like America, 18-year-old white boy drives 2 hours to Buffalo to kill people. He's from a single parent home. Kyle Rittenhouse, 2 o'clock in the morning, his mom at work. They just went through a divorce. He got a gun. It's his gun. He's 15, 16 years old. He ends up killing people. He wants to defend his community. Not his dad. A 15-year-old should be worried about having fun because there's no father in the home. He believes he needs to defend his community. Black boys in Chicago, Oakland, they no father in the home, violent environment. They believe, just like Kyle Rittenhouse, that they need to defend their community. All of this is seen as normal behavior. Some are punished, some are not punished. No one is addressing the elephant in the room. He was white. He was racist. At 18, he might have read a book. He might have thought he was racist, but you know what he really was? He was what J. Doe just explained, a troubled spirit. Because his mom took away his dad. Kyle Rittenhouse was fucked up. The white boy in Buffalo was fucked up by divorce and poverty. And a no good fucked up mama who would give the boys medication. Medicate their problems. Because she's not going to deal with her shit. Like I said earlier, like Bill Burr said, women are not lifting their part of the couch. So we got meds. And these white boys now are acting out because their spirits are broken. Y'all think they racist? It's way more than that. It's way more than that. At 18, he didn't have his faculties together to hate black people for what he did. But he was that hurt. He was that hurt. If y'all grew up in a single parent home like J-Lo just explained, it's a lot of pain. Yeah, he had some pain. He wanted to hurt somebody. J-Lo, I heard it when you spoke, how you described the fact you never met your dad, how you said what number you were and the amount of the kids. I know that story. I know the pain in between those lines and those words. So these people are acting out. Teddy Ray, the Buffalo shooter, the kid, the Mexican guy in Texas. These people are acting out, and the black women in the McDonald's on the subway. This trauma from a fatherless home, that what was been done to the spirit, that's what you see. And then you know what's so fucked up? I was looking at that story with those black women. And I thought about when I was that age, and I was like, man, they was upset. And I know they wasn't really upset at the old white lady that they hit. They was just upset. They was just upset. And that's what we're getting at today about Teddy Ray and about a lot of us in the inner city, what we going through. And it might come out because the person they hurt is an opposite race and they say a racial slur. So you think, oh, all black people hate. Nah, they just hurt. And we refuse to deal with the root problem of the hurt. That's what the Black Manosphere is here to highlight. That's what #Father Power is all about. Because we know the root cause of the hurt and what's breaking these children's spirit and what's causing the violence and the mental health crisis. And until we have value for men, husbands, and fathers again, we're going to keep having these tragic stories and women having babies via surrogate versus the healthy womb that God created that the doctors still can't figure out to this day how it works. Just like they never figured out the immune system. That's why Fauci's always wrong. It's magic. And instead of you applying the magic that God gave you, you got to go to another woman. Imagine that. Imagine how you feel. She look at the baby, she happy, but because we not women, so men don't understand this. But I've had children, so I know this intimacy. She got to look at that baby and know that she couldn't do it. That's some shit that I would be careful around that baby and around her. She got to look at that baby and know she couldn't do it because she got to question her value to God. Like, God, I'm supposed to be a queen. I'm supposed to be a god. All other women could make babies. Yeah, women be going through this shit. This some real shit. All other women could make babies. God, why I can't make one? That's like Sarah in the Bible, right? God said, wait. Right? And
Hey, perfect. Hey, perfect. I just wanna tell you, bruh, and you already know it, but hey, man, you're brilliant, homie. You bring up some great points. You're eloquent, man, and you're really hitting the subject like it should be. Hey, everybody that's listening, future listeners, hit that like button, share the video, shoot my brother Cash App, super chat or whatever. Hey man, you doing God's work, bruh. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, but man, I appreciate you, bruh, and I'll definitely holler at you at another time, man.
salute, bro. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you having me.
For sure. Thank you. Perfect Timing Podcast back with the blast on your ass. We coming around 2-hour mark. My brother Street Doctor said he was going to join the podcast. He fresh off. Shout out to the Three Kings. The Three Kings is back, ladies and gentlemen. The Three Kings is back, ladies and gentlemen. Very proud about that, man. So, just to recap, let's run it back one time. I got a video that we haven't seen. So just to recap, Teddy Ray passed away at 32. Very sad. Just to recap.
Teddy Ray. Fans were shocked to learn the celeb had passed away just 2 weeks after his 32nd birthday. Now, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department Media Information Bureau tells E! News exactly what they found when they responded to the home where Teddy was. Sergeant Edward Soto says in a statement, on Friday, August 12, 2022, at 9:59 a.m., deputies from the Palm Desert Station responded to the 40 block of Via Santo Tomas, Rancho Mirage, regarding a possible drowning call for service. A maintenance worker reported he discovered a male subject floating in the swimming pool. Deputies arrived and located the subject in the pool with obvious signs of death. Soto adds that no signs of foul play were located and confirms the subject was identified as Theodore Brown, also known as Teddy Ray. Despite online reports alleging a cause of death has been determined, police say Teddy's cause of death has not been determined as of now. Following his passing, Comedy Central paid tribute to Teddy on Twitter, saying, Teddy Ray was a hilarious and beloved performer. He'll be deeply missed by the entire comedy community. The comedian was featured on the HBO series Pause with Sam Jay and the Comedy Central show How to Be Broke. Teddy was also known for appearances on Wild 'N Out and the improv comedy courtroom show Cancel Court, as well as co-hosting the MTV comedy clip series Messiness with Tori Spelling, Olympian Adam Rippon, and Nicole Snooki Palizzi.
So just to recap the details of what we have so far. Deputies from the Palm Desert Station responded to the 40 block via Santa Thomas Rancho Mirage regarding a possible drowning. So I believe that's a hotel, you guys. Y'all can Google that. Rancho Mirage regarding a possible drowning, calling for service.
Call for service.
A maintenance worker reported he discovered a male subject floating in the swimming pool. Deputies arrived and located the subject in the pool with obvious signs of death. That's where we're at so far with Teddy Ray. When you further read into the story, this hotel is 2.5 hours away from his home. So we don't know why he's at the hotel. We don't know how and why he ended up in the water. Apparently drowned. So the pool is at a residence in Rancho Mirage, California. The Riverside County Department said in a statement, the area is near Palm Springs in the desert, about 2 hours east of Los Angeles. So it's a residence in Rancho Mirage, California. So Rancho Mirage is a city, but he said maintenance, because this is confused. Y'all look it up for me. Is Rancho Mirage, what is it? Apartments, some shit? Is it a residence in an apartment building? The sheriff and the deputy identifies Teddy as a resident of Gardena, a city in the South Bay area of Los Angeles. So that wasn't his residence. He lives in Gardena. The cause and the manner of death are under investigation, but the sheriff's department left a statement, no signs of foul play were located, okay? His survivors were not immediately known. His death has drawn sorrow and reflection from social media, of course. Television network tweeted, television personality, actor, and comedian Issa Rae. Yeah. All death. What else? He also appeared in Los Angeles, a native Ray, a chief celebrity. He just celebrated his birthday July 30th. On Instagram, his account included a photo of a Mercedes-Benz sedan and a statement, Lord, I thank you for another lap around this hot-ass sun. Man, I mean, he a Leo like me. As a previous version of the article incorrectly identified a person in the photo of Mercedes-Benz featured Teddy Ray. Instagram page. The person is not Teddy Ray. Oh, wow. That one in the Instagram post is not Teddy Ray. Wow. Comedian Teddy Ray body found in a swimming pool, authorities say. Ray death was reported over the weekend. Sad, man. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray. So that's what we got so far on Teddy Ray. And our other story today was about Adrienne, and really it was about the biological clock. It was about the biological clock and the wall. Black man didn't create the wall. Black manosphere didn't create the wall. The wall is a biological wall. So just to recap and give context, you know I love context.
That they've made to themselves. Now, some examples were I will always take care of myself and I will never ignore myself. So, ladies, are there promises that any of you've made with yourself that you vowed to always, always keep? And are you sticking with them?
Oh. Yeah, I vowed to not get caught up in comments on social media.
Good.
And not go into the dark places that social media can take you.
Yeah.
And ever since I've been doing that, my life has been so much better.
Good.
So much
Lonnie,
happier.
this is wild, but you know that according to the algorithm of social media, even checking out posts that are more on the dark side, do you know what happens?
You get more of them.
You're going to get more of them. So they actually tell you to follow content, follow Instagrams that say motivational, positive things. And guess what? Your algorithm will feed you more of that. If you're looking at things, which is why it makes it really dangerous, when you're looking at things that are really dark and make you really, really sad, guess what's going to happen? Or you're looking at gossip.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what you're going to see more on your feed? More gossip.
But
more
isn't that
negative.
life?
Yes.
The more negative you think,
This
the
is
more
true.
negative things will come.
That's a
For
word.
me, I have two things. One, definitely always promise that I will take care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the other thing is to stop telling myself stories that no longer serve me.
Ooh.
You know, stories from my past, stories that things that have, you know, been problematic for me or maybe really depressing and I found myself like reliving those things.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good for me. So now, even if I have a negative thought, I will immediately switch it and think of something positive. But now I catch myself and I'm doing it less and less.
Yo, that is the
so
key.
good.
Right now, you just inspired me.
Oh.
Y'all remember her? What's her name? Gracelle Bouvet. Remember her? She was on the Jamie Foxx show. She was so beautiful, and she never married up. She never chose up. I wonder if she looks single now. You see her pudgy face. She looked like an alcoholic. Remember her? She was an example of going up to the top floor of always getting one of the better men. It's not a good enough man for her. And not, black men, y'all need to learn from this. Black manosphere, white manosphere, everybody watching us, y'all need to learn from these women. Y'all need to learn your value. You are valuable as men inherently. I remember when Black Uru was saying one day about the high value concept, and he said, you know, there's nothing wrong with making money, but he said, the thing that makes a man valuable is his inherent qualities. This is the thing about women being failures. The thing that makes a man valuable is his inherent qualities, his ability to protect, lead, you know, to be a shoulder, like things you can't buy, things you can't do yourself, things you only need a man for. And there's this is why I bring up the Kim Kardashian analogy so much. Look at her. I remember her from Jamie Foxx. Everybody thought she was so beautiful. She don't look married. She is divorced and bitter as fuck over her ex-husband. Yep. You could tell it's all over her face. The alcohol. You know, people could tell when you drink. Alcoholics know it. They know the alcohol face. It's a diagnosis. Right? It's not a joke. It's a diagnosis. It's the doctors. I forget the name of it because I'm not an alcoholic, but people know when you're drinking. Let's go back to the video. I'm on one today, y'all. I got my microphone. I got my toys. I'm on one today. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. Say it yourself at home. It's phonetically sound.
And encouragement. I hope somebody out there watching this feels that same way. That's life-changing.
Yeah.
That is life-changing because you continue to play that story to yourself and you continue to live in that moment and feel those same
and relive
feelings.
it for no reason.
Yeah.
Moving forward. That is amazing. Mine was not to give up on my dream of being a mother. I literally joke with Israel. I'm like, I am either the most resilient human being or I am wildly delusional.
No.
I tell them I'm either one or the other. Because, you know, we get these bad notices and it'll be like, and it didn't work this time. Or, you know, I've done multiple cycles of IVF and so many other things. And I'll be sad for a day. Like, I literally will cry. And Iz will be so worried about me and, like, call my mom and be like, you know, she's okay. And, like, the next day, I know this sounds psychotic. I'll be like, okay, I found 3 new baby names. And he'll be like, you're good? Like, and I don't know why I refuse to let this be the end of my story. I know that it's not. And I love it that I tell myself, it's not a question of will I be a mother? It's a question of when.
Yeah.
And I promise myself, and I'm sticking to it, that
it will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen. Can I? No. You go.
Go. No, we saw.
Man. She got the baby now. 3 years. IVF. It's not easy. It's painful. All the things she went through. I know she got to think about Rob Kardashian and her birthing years being spent with a piece of shit. And the decisions that she made and being accountable for those decisions. Her birthing years being spent shacking up, not married, with a potential of actually having this thing that was more important than the fame of 3LW, than the money, than the celebrity. This is what Roger is saying about being a failure. Do you see her passion? It was more important than the fame, the money, everything. What did you want so much in your life? I want to be a mother. I want to have my own child. What? You're feminist? That's what you want more out of anything? That's slavery. So you're telling me the thing you want the most in life is to be a slave. That's what you're telling me? The thing you want most in life is to be a slave, because that's what you described it as. Shout out to the Black Manosphere. We in the building. What you want is what you described as slavery, as bondage. You want to be a slave. According to you, you said being a wife, being a mother, right? It's slavery, it's bondage, it's oppression. But when asked, what's the one thing that you regret that you've been trying 3 years that's more important than money and fame? It's having a baby. Well, holy simoleons, when you gonna tell everybody? The one thing that's most important, not just having a baby, but having a baby with your husband. Not just having a baby with your husband, but him being the father of that baby. About him being in the house and raising that child. About you being in the house with him and you guys raising that child together. That's the most important thing to you? To being domesticated. Doesn't this sound opposite of everything they've said on this television show, everything that feminists practice and preach? That's what your number one desire is? That's what you're not giving up on? I'm about to get out of here. It's been a fire show. Shout out to Roadcaster. I should have hashtag Road. I saw this guy talking about affiliate links. I'm gonna I gotta do some research on affiliate links and put all of the Rode products that I've purchased in my description. So anybody purchasing a microphone and XLR cable, I get a commission from that. Shout out to the people at Rode. Shout out to the people at StreamYard. Shout out to the people at YouTube. Shout out to the people at Facebook and Facebook Live, YouTube Shorts. Shout out to my wife, Miss Perfect Time, and my family for a fabulous half birthday weekend. Team Perfect is in the building. We celebrated like a big dog. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray. My prayers are with your family and a prayer covering over you and your soul. May you be blessed. Know your loved ones be blessed. All your fans know that you are blessed. Congratulations to Adrienne and Israel on their new child. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm happy for this brother. He's 51 years old. I know when he lost his marriage, he didn't see this in his future because I didn't see Mrs. Perfect Timing in my future. I was fucked up. So he's a man of God and he went through a divorce. Y'all don't know, going through a divorce is like losing a loved one. It's like losing a limb. Male, female, y'all can speak to it in the chat. Going through a divorce is hella traumatic. So he goes through a divorce, and at 51, he's married to the leader of 3LW, and she had his baby, but she 38. She 13 years younger than him. His wife is 13 years his junior. God is good, man. They say God will prepare a plate for you in front of your enemies. I'm going to say that again. It says God will prepare a plate for you in front of your enemies. Y'all could correct me on that quote. But Jenny Ma, Jenny Ma And Adrienne, that's that plate. God will prepare a plate for you in front of your enemies. Look at me. Look at my wife. She loved the shit out of me. I can't stop this girl from loving me. 38 years old. Bad as shit. I'm 51. She don't give no fucks. I'm her daddy. She loved the dog shit out of me. That's all I ever wanted my whole life. And look what God did for me. Man, Black Manosphere, boy, y'all need to know y'all value. And every time I show these perspectives, remember the black woman trying to buy that man's lunch? That's your value, brothers. 51 years old, 38-year-old celebrity gorgeous wife. That's your value, brothers. That's your value. Don't cheapen yourself. Don't diminish yourself. For the young man who be watching, we gotta hold up our standards and our discernment so that young men do the same thing. You gotta have value for yourself. You gotta have value for yourself in the choices that you make. Who you allow into your home and your life and you have relationships with, because you are the prize. I know a lot of people have been making jokes about that. You black men saying they the prize, they the prize. What do you think Jenny Ma? How you think Jenny Ma feels? How do you think Adrienne feels? Black men, y'all say y'all the prize. 51 years old. He's 38. She's 38. What do you call that? What do you call that? I think black men need to be proud of their value. I think Western men, white men, my white brothers like Ragnarok, I think all of us in Western society as men, which is going to take all of us, not just black men, it's going to take all of us to have this understanding that we are valuable again. So instead of white men saying you will not replace us, is white men understanding our value that you can't replace me. Because after 50 years, what black men are saying of all this welfare is that you can't replace the black father. We can't be replaced. You cannot diminish our value. My name is Perfect. This is the Perfect Timing Podcast. I love you guys. May y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Salute.